starts right now.
A San Antonio mother fuming over the alleged assault of her son playing in a summer basketball league. We've got the latest for you.
The search and rescue effort in Surfside, Florida resumes after a 15-hour pause over safety concerns. MABC's Faith Abube in Florida. Details coming up.
Another warm morning, 77 degrees outside. A look at your 4th of July weekend forecast.
Man, good morning. It is Friday, July 2nd. It's Friday.
Friday.
Oh,
there's a lot of ways to say it, but we're just so happy.
Sing it, say it, yell it, scream it from the mountaintops. It's Friday, and it's not raining right now.
It is not. Yesterday was hot. We had a couple of showers, but not much. Today will be pretty similar in the sense that the radar is going to be quiet. But this is the one day that's going to happen, because as we go forward, rain chances come back in a big way. And I know we got a lot going on this weekend. It looks like we'll be able to at least fit in some activities. With that being said, there are going to be some showers and downpours around both Saturday and Sunday. Radar is giving us the all clear at this hour. We go up into North Texas, though. There is a nice line of showers and storms, flood warnings up there. And there is a frontal boundary that'll sink a little bit farther south today. And by tomorrow, probably close enough to send some activity in our direction, at least late in the day on Saturday. Temperature-wise, it's warm, it's muggy, 78 at the airport, 74 Kerrville, 75 right now in Hondo, 73 in Uvalde, and we are seeing some of that morning cloud cover that we typically see. I think we go partly cloudy this afternoon, 89 by noontime, I should say, 95 by 5 o'clock. That 95 is going to feel like 100. Our hottest day today, and then again, those rain chances return. We're going to break down the timing. We'll also talk about the tropics. We've got a tropical storm out there. The latest coming up here in just a bit, guys.
Thank you, Justin. A San Antonio mother is fuming over the alleged assault of her teenage son playing in a summer basketball league. Take a look at the incident. It happened Wednesday night at Edison High School. This witness started recording a few seconds after the teen was attacked, but says the brawl continued with the teen's coach being attacked next. The San Antonio ISD police report says the suspect, 47-year-old Pedro Garcia, was arrested for assault on a minor and the coach. The police report says the juvenile and Hernandez were getting riled up about the game, but it was Garcia who instigated the assault. The mother of the teen says it's unacceptable that a grown man would behave this way in a youth basketball game.
This is my baby, and he has a child playing basketball too, so he should know how a big baby looks.
The game involved players from Madison High School and Stevens High School playing in San Antonio Basketball League at Edison High School. The game was not sanctioned by the districts. The teen suffered a concussion. His coach also says he has a black eye.
San Antonio man is dead after he reportedly drowned at a Port Aransas beach, and his son is missing. It happened Wednesday morning near Marker 10. According to the Port Aransas police chief, 47-year-old Richard Allen Morales Jr. was with his son and other members of the family when his son was swimming and started to drown. Morales Jr. then tried to help him. Police say Morales Jr. was unresponsive when first responders pulled him to the shore. The search for his son continues. We will bring you the latest updates both on air and online on KSAT.com. This morning, the search and rescue workers are back on the job after a nearly 15-hour pause over safety concerns at the site of the collapsed Florida condo building.
President Joe Biden and the First Lady visiting the scene in Surfside Thursday, thanking first responders and meeting with grieving families.
The death toll this morning still remains at 18, 145 people still unaccounted for. ABC's Faith Abube is near the scene with the latest on the search for victims.
This morning, Florida officials making plans to likely level the rest of the partially collapsed Champlain Tower south. Large columns of the remaining structure shifting 6 to 12 inches overnight Thursday, causing a safety scare for rescue workers.
Given our ongoing safety concerns about the integrity of the building, we're continuing to restrict access to the collapse zone.
The job has been physically grueling and mentally daunting, but workers pressing on. Some rescue workers also coming down with COVID-19. President Biden thanking the crews for their sacrifice.
These folks are always showing up, no matter what. They're risking their lives.
The president and first lady also spending 3 hours behind closed doors with grieving families and survivors of the collapse before making their way to a makeshift memorial honoring the victims.
The whole nation is mourning with these families. They're going through hell.
David Velasquez still holding out hope that rescue workers will find his mother, father, and sister buried in the debris.
I'm not ready to eulogize my family yet. There's still hope. There's still hope for a lot of people.
This morning, questions still lingering about what caused the collapse and why major structural issues with the condo were not addressed earlier. The Washington Post reporting 5 of the 7 condo board members resigned in 2019, partly in frustration. Among them, the board president, who told the Post there were contentious debates with residents about forking up money for the $15 million in repairs. ABC News learning individual condo owners were on the hook for anywhere between $80,000 to $336,000 each. In the meantime, as we head into the holiday weekend, the neighboring city, Miami Beach, has canceled its July 4th celebration out of respect, instead asking people to come outside holding candlelight, their phones, flashlights, to shine a light for the victims. In Miami Beach, Florida, Faith Abube, ABC News.
The United States Attorney General is ordering a temporary halt of federal executions. The Justice Department wants to review the policies and procedures for the punishment. Attorney General Merrick Garland said in a memo there are serious concerns that should be considered by lawmakers. His directive does not halt state proceedings. There are 46 men currently on federal death row. There has not been a scheduled federal execution since President Joe Biden was sworn into office.
R. Kelly's attorney is filing a 3rd request to release the singer from jail ahead of his trial in August. The attorney says Kelly's illiteracy and need to quarantine for changing facilities are impeding his defense team's efforts. The judge is giving the prosecution until July 6th to respond. Kelly is charged with sex trafficking, racketeering, and obstruction.
The nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office is expecting the U.S. budget deficit to hit $3 trillion this year. The deficit increase is due to unprecedented federal spending due to the pandemic. The CBO made its prediction yesterday. If the prediction is right, that would put 2021's deficit at triple the shortfall of 2019, but $130 billion lower than last year. 2020's deficit was a record $3.129 trillion.
It is now 4:37 and 77 degrees.
Are you planning on traveling this holiday weekend? Still ahead, our Marilyn Moritz tells us what you should expect on the roads.
And the Cowboys and their coach have been fined more than $50 grand. We'll tell you why coming up.
And if you are traveling, a look outside with live cam right now, 77 degrees. Traffic will be picking up, so pack some patience.
Pro football coverage powered by Davis Law Firm.
The Dallas Cowboys fined $100,000. Head coach Mike McCarthy fined $50,000 for live contract violations during those OTAs this spring. That's according to the Star-Telegram. They obtained a letter sent by the NFL to the Cowboys detailing the violations from a May 27th practice for basically getting too physical. The NFL did not like the intensity and tempo of the Cowboys' interior line play and pass coverage during 11-on-11 drills, where players clearly engaged in physical contest. The league contends that all the physical and excessive contact resulted in players being taken to the ground, per the NFL's letter. The league also reminded the Cowboys that coaches are urged to remove overly enthusiastic players from the field for individual instruction. Welcome back. It's 4:45. British billionaire Richard Branson has announced he's going to be aboard a rocket headed for space on July 11th, 9 days before Amazon's Jeff Bezos' planned launch into space. ABC's Gio Benitez has the details of today's GMA First Look.
In this morning's GMA First Look, the billionaire space race heating up. Just weeks before Amazon founder Jeff Bezos' history-making launch into space, Richard Branson now says he's going to do it first with his Virgin Galactic space flight Unity 22.
Astronaut 001, Richard Branson. I'll be evaluating the customer spaceflight experience.
Branson will be joined by 2 pilots and 3 other mission specialists.
I am so proud to have this remarkable crew of mission specialists and pilots by my side as we fly to space.
Coming up at 7 a.m., an ABC News exclusive. We'll talk live with Richard Branson about his out-of-this-world announcement and if he's ready to head to space in just 9 days. With your GMA First Look, I'm Gio Benitez, ABC News, New York.
If you're about to pack up the car and head out for a long holiday weekend, expect sharing the roads with a record number of people. And as 12 on your side's Marilyn Moritz tells us, they'll have to dig a little deeper to gas up and go.
Free from the pandemic's grip, folks are gassing up for star-spangled road trips. Rick Yambo is riverbound.
But you got to get out. Oh, yeah. It's not work all the time.
He can expect a 4th of July parade of traffic.
This July 4th holiday period will actually be the busiest on record. We're going to have 3.7 million Texans that are expected to travel for leisure. That's even higher than what we saw in 2019.
And most by car, truck, and family SUV. Also surging, the price of gas. Locally up 12 cents in just the past week and 90 cents higher than last year when travel bit the dust. Average now is $2.75 a gallon.
$44 for 16 gallons. These are the highest prices we've paid in 7 years. Still, Texans are paying some of the cheapest gas prices in the country.
I've been driving since it was $3.50, almost $4. Anything less than that is a good day.
Despite a lot of pent-up wanderlust, we found plenty of people content to stay put and celebrate at home.
Not hitting the road, though.
No.
No, why not?
They're going up. So I'm staying home.
If you are traveling, AAA says the worst time for traffic is late afternoon Friday. The best time to leave, tonight or early mornings.
I always go early out to avoid traffic. That's the better way.
Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
Or you can just stay home.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Sit on the back porch and watch all the fireworks go off. Let's hope some of them don't get washed out, I guess, drowned out, something. Can the fuses be lit? Or will they have a problem?
That's going to be the big question, right? I've had a lot of people ask me, what is the forecast for the 4th of July? And here's what we can tell you. Scattered showers and storms possible during the afternoon and evening hours. It's possible, though, that we'll get in some of these festivities just fine. It'll be the hit or miss stuff. We've seen that all last week. That's going to be the pattern again as we head into the weekend and next week, too. 78 degrees right now. We've got mostly clear skies, south-southwesterly winds at about 8 miles per hour. 73 Comfort, 74 Bandera, 76 in New Braunfels, 78 Stinson. You get the general idea here. We're in the upper 70s. That's where we've been most of the week. This hasn't changed. Dew points really haven't changed. We've got low to mid 70s, so it's still very, very sticky. Though with dew points like this and as hot as temperatures are forecast to be today, heat index numbers are going to jump up close to 100 here in San Antonio. I would imagine we'll probably get there. Places like New Braunfels, Gonzales, Beeville, you'll see that heat index jump up over 100. So it is going to be pretty toasty today. Here's the setup. We've got some showers and storms along a frontal boundary in North Texas. This is creating some flash flooding up there. So if you're headed north, be aware there will be quite a bit of rain across North Texas today. And you see the showers and storms. This frontal boundary is not going to make it into South Texas, but it will push a bit further south today and by tomorrow close enough to send some activity down in our direction. And that's why we think rain chances pick up. But that's just one factor. We've got moisture moving in, a lot of things coming together here to bring us some pretty decent rain chances. There's a little closer look at some of those showers and storms progressing south out of Amarillo along Interstate 27 down towards Lubbock. And then moving along Interstate 40 as well. In our area, not much going on. In fact, we're not even seeing a whole lot of clouds this morning. Forecasts calls for maybe 1 or 2 isolated showers or storms this afternoon. We saw that yesterday. Pretty similar setup today. And then as we get into tomorrow, quiet for the first half of the day. This is 7 o'clock, not seeing much. But by the late afternoon hours and evening, here comes these showers and storms. This is around 7 o'clock. We could see that here in San Antonio in the hill country as well. And these will push south into Saturday night before dying down some. If you're heading out to the Armed Forces River Parade tomorrow, I think we're going to see pretty nice weather. We could see a couple of showers noontime to 1 o'clock, mostly cloudy skies. It'll be warm and humid, but all in all, temperatures in the 80s. I think rain chances probably hold off, so it looks good there. By the time we get into Sunday, still a 40% chance of rain for our fireworks. And then next week, rain chances actually jump up, especially Tuesday into Wednesday. So it stays pretty busy. And we do need to touch on the tropics real quick. We still have Tropical Storm Elsa out there. She's on the cusp of becoming a hurricane. 70-mile-per-hour winds. Latest track takes us to Cuba and then up towards the Florida area. Still a wide swath of an area where also could affect parts of the United States. This would be Wednesday next week. We'll continue to keep you posted, but it looks like we will not see any direct impacts here in South Texas. So 40% chance tomorrow, 40% chance Sunday, 50% chance Monday, 60% chance Tuesday, Wednesday. Whoa. It's an active pattern, and it keeps temperatures down some, especially next week, guys.
Like that. All right, Justin, thank you.
Yep.
Up next, if you don't have any plans for this holiday weekend and just want to stay indoors, next we tell you about some movies coming out today that you can enjoy.
And as we go to break at 4:52, it's 77 degrees. Here's a look at your lottery numbers. Pick 3800. The Fireball is 2, and your daily 4 is 3572. Fireball is 7.
Your cash 5, 12, 13, 24, 27, 31. Your Texas two-step 10, 14, 27, 30, 24.
Welcome back. It is 4:55. The horror sequel, The Forever Purge, and the animated sequel, Boss Baby, are out today.
For the latest on what's happening in Hollywood, here's ABC's Jason Nathanson.
That should be fun. Chris Pratt, once again saving the world from aliens. The Guardians of the Galaxy star heads up the new sci-fi time travel film, The Tomorrow War, which is all about action and creepy creatures, but he says also about family.
I think there's not a single parent out there who wouldn't say that they'd do absolutely anything for their children, and that's really what this story is about.
The Tomorrow War is out today on Amazon Prime Video.
There's nowhere safe to go.
Also out today, the horror sequel, The Forever Purge, is only in theaters.
And now you work for me, boomers!
The animated sequel, Boss Baby, Family Business, is in theaters and streaming on Peacock.
This was real.
And Questlove's concert documentary, Summer of Soul, about the 1969 Harlem Cultural Festival, is on Hulu.
You want to play me in basketball?
Debuting later this month, Space Jam: A New Legacy. The film had its premiere this week in Los Angeles, with stars Don Cheadle and LeBron James on the red carpet. Space Jam: A New Legacy will hit theaters and HBO Max July 16th. And happy birthday to Margot Robbie. The two-time Oscar nominee is 31, while Curb Your Enthusiasm creator and star Larry David is 74.
Is everyone in that section way better looking than the people in this section?
And that's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Los Angeles.
I guess LeBron will have time to check out his new movie since he won't be in the NBA Finals.
Oh.
4:56, 77 degrees.
The experts are now saying a J&J COVID-19 vaccine can give at least 8 months of immunity. The details still ahead.
A busy week in courts as a couple of high-profile cases ended with plea deals. Coming up in the next half hour, our Eric Hernandez has a recap of what happened this week in the courts.
And the NBA playoffs are underway, and all eyes are on the Eastern Conference to see who will face the Phoenix Suns. Ahead on GMSA at 6, we've got highlights from last night's Bucks-Hawks game.
And back outside with TransGuide this time. Better than yesterday morning at this time. Looks like things are moving smooth, but you know it's going to get crowded a little while. There will be some horns honking and hopefully some blinkers working, people going bumper to bumper trying to get out of town. So this is going to be Friday, and it's going to be the 4th of July weekend. And
just pack some patience. Drive carefully.
Ready. We'll be back.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
A woman ends up in the hospital after a stabbing happening overnight. We've got the details from police.
The last American troops are leaving Bagram Air Base in Afghanistan today. After almost 2 decades, we have the details and what comes next.
And outside with City Cam is going to be a good day to get out of town. Streets will be dry, not a lot of rain today, but changes are coming for the holiday weekend. Justin Horn's got that for you coming in just a second. Good morning. It is Friday, July 2nd.
Thanks for waking up with us. And it's like the quiet before the storm. I feel it. A lot of patience to pack this weekend.
Well, people are going to be out on the roads. Hopefully weather will not affect that. However, Saturday and Sunday, some of the events might be affected by the big rain.
Could be. And, you know, in this kind of setup, it's hard for us to tell exactly where we're going to get a shower or storm to pop up, and we know a general time frame. So in these instances, it's best just to have the radar with you. If you're heading out to some of these outdoor events, know that there could be some passing downpours coming through. Right now, over the weekend, we have about a 40% chance of rain. Let's take a look at the fireworks forecast. You gotta watch out for some of those fireworks coming at you. Be careful. Don't get that close. It's still coming for you, David. 89 degrees on Sunday, 40% chance of rain, as I mentioned. I think late afternoon, early evening hours is sort of the time frame where we'll see the most coverage. So that's why it's going to be important to just pay attention to the radar. We'll send you some alerts if any showers or storms are headed your way. Otherwise, enjoy. Have a great time this weekend. And temperatures, thankfully, won't be all that bad. Let's look at some of the numbers and the radar here across South Texas right now. Things are quiet. We're not seeing much rain. It's all off to the north. Temperature-wise, we're in the mid to upper 70s right now, 75. Bulverde, 77. Castroville, 76. Port SA, 77 right now. Stinson, not much in the way of cloud cover. We may see some morning clouds briefly, and then we're into the mid-90s today. So today's going to be one of our hottest days in the 7-day forecast. Heat index will be up close to 100 this afternoon. We'll look a little closer at the weekend forecast and next week, plus the latest on Tropical Storm Elsa coming up in just a few minutes. Let's get over to the traffic desk, though, and see what's going on over there. Good morning, Stephen.
Hey, good morning, Justin. And you know what? It is a perfect time to get out on the roads if you plan on traveling to any location to celebrate the upcoming 4th of July holiday. Right now, everything's looking pretty clear. Let's go ahead and see how things are shaping up this morning from the view at TransGuide I-10 at De Zavala. Things pretty quiet right now, which is a good start. We do have some construction, though, that is wrapping up in a few areas. Let's go ahead and bring your attention here to I-10 right at the frontage road there. We did have some construction that had just wrapped up. What they were doing there on the frontage road was replacing some of the traffic lights. That has since wrapped up, but take a look over here at Loop 410 between Military Drive and Marbach. Now, there was construction going on there as well that has since wrapped, so we're seeing a lot of these solutions, which is obviously making the pathway pretty clear for drivers if they plan to get their holiday weekend started extra early with us. Here's some construction off Loop 1604 eastbound. Again, the entry ramp was closed from Kyle Seal Parkway, but again, that has since reopened, and we're starting to see a lot of good green stuff, which is what we like to take a look around and see. Let's go ahead and bring it to our inbound times here. 25 minutes coming in from Bernie to the downtown San Antonio area. If you are coming in from Bulverde on 281, we have 26 minutes. Same goes if you're coming in from New Braunfels on 35. We know they have a pretty big fireworks spectacular this weekend, so lots to look forward to right now, but so far the roads are quiet. But if you're going to be traveling to any location, be sure to leave early so you avoid those long delays.
Thank you, Stephen. New this morning, a woman is in the hospital after she was stabbed by another woman on the city's east side. It happened just after 11 last night in the 6500 block of Lavender Lane. Police say a man and his girlfriend were at an apartment complex when his ex-girlfriend showed up and attacked the current girlfriend. The current girlfriend then stabbed the ex in the back of the chest. She was taken to the hospital. No word yet on her condition. And a busy week in the courts as a couple of high-profile cases ended with plea deals.
Erica Hernandez gives us an update.
On Monday, heartache and anger inside the 226 District Court. The family of Daniel Ramirez faced the man responsible for killing him.
The pain you caused me and my family will never go away for some of us. And I only wish that pain on everyone that loves you, because I hate you.
Jacob Embry took a plea deal in this murder case and was sentenced to 20 years in prison. On Tuesday, a case that started as a staged kidnapping and ended in the death of 8-month-old King J. Davila came to a close. Christopher Davila took a plea deal for a 40-year sentence. He must serve half of it before he's eligible for parole. Also on Tuesday, a major lawsuit was filed on behalf of the estate of slain Trinity University cheerleader Kaylee Mandotti. The lawsuit was filed against Trinity University and the man accused of killing her, Mark Howerton. The lawsuit is claiming the university failed to respond to multiple reports of stalking, abuse, intimidation, and domestic violence, and accuses the school of gender-based discrimination. If you remember, Howerton stood trial in 2019, but was declared a mistrial when the jury couldn't agree on a verdict. His retrial is scheduled for August. On Wednesday, another case ended in a plea deal. Joshua Garcia was sentenced to 35 years in prison for the murder of his girlfriend, Erin Castro. According to an arrest affidavit in September 2018, the couple was out celebrating Castro's birthday when Garcia stabbed her before running her over with his car. The now 23-year-old must serve half of his sentence before he's eligible for parole. For more on all these cases, you can head to our courts page on KSAT.com, and you can also sign up for our Open Court newsletter. Erica Hernandez, KSAT 12 News.
In your morning headlines, some of the last U.S. troops fighting in America's longest war are coming home. A senior defense official says the troops are expected to leave Bagram Air Base in Afghanistan today. The departure marks the end of the American presence in the area. U.S. soldiers have been in the country for almost 2 decades. Officials say about 1,000 troops may remain in the country after the formal withdrawal.
2 studies have found the Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine provides at least 8 months of immunity and protects against the Delta variant. The company said in a statement that 1 dose of the vaccine gives both a lasting antibody response and it generates immune cells that last up to 8 months at least. Researchers studied blood taken from 8 vaccinated volunteers and tested it against an engineered version of the Delta variant and other variants of the virus. They found the vaccine generated neutralizing antibodies against variants. Johnson & Johnson says a second or booster dose of its vaccine would not be necessary.
The Taal volcano is causing major evacuations in the Philippines due to increase in activity. Authorities raised the alert level and urged more than 1,000 people to evacuate the area. The volcano is located about 65 kilometers south of Manila. Experts say it is shooting steam and ash a kilometer high. The last big eruption was in January of last year and forced tens of thousands of nearby residents to flee their homes.
It's 5:08, 77 degrees.
There has been a jump in eating disorders in young people due to the pandemic. Next, a new policy Pinterest is implementing regarding weight loss.
And Amazon Prime giving away 3 classic video games this summer. We'll tell you how you can get a hold of at least one of them, maybe all 3.
And a look outside with live cam, 77 degrees outside, 5:08. All eyes on weather and traffic for this 4th of July weekend. More coming up. Welcome back. In your morning consumer headlines, auto sales are on the rise despite the global shortage of computer chips. GM reported a 40% jump in sales in the second quarter compared to a year earlier. The company also showed a 7% increase compared to the first quarter this year. Toyota sales also saw an increase. Sales could have been higher as car makers struggled to find computer chips to meet demand.
Hertz is now out of bankruptcy just in time for holiday travel. Hertz filed for Chapter 11 back in May of 2020. The company says it has since reduced its corporate debt by nearly 80% or $5 billion. The turnaround was helped by big profits on its used car sales. Hertz sold more than 180,000 of its fleet vehicles by the end of 2020.
Pinterest says it's the first major social media platform to ban all weight loss ads from its platform. The announcement comes after growing concern over a jump in eating disorders in young people due to the coronavirus pandemic. Pinterest says it wants to prohibit ads that promote unhealthy eating habits or disparage certain body types. Pinterest developed the new policy with guidance from the National Eating Disorders Association.
And IKEA is unveiling LGBTQ-themed sofas. The series of colorful couches were created to mark Pride Month, but they aren't for sale. The 10 love seats are displayed at select IKEA stores in Canada. The company describes the couches as, quote, a platform to celebrate identity and share stories of love, end quote. They are the work of 4 LGBTQ designers and were inspired by different pride flags.
They look amazing. Time now, 5:13, 76 degrees.
Chris Pratt not only stars in the Tomorrow War, but what? Wait, hold on, back up. Let's try this again. It's Friday, it's a holiday weekend. Chris Pratt not only stars in the Tomorrow War movie, but he's also an executive producer. Still ahead, a preview of the movie debuting today.
And Twitter is considering a new feature for tweeting only to friends. We have the details next in today's Tech Bites.
Thousands of women with metastatic breast cancer are living in the moment and taking Ibrance. Ibrance with an aromatase inhibitor is for postmenopausal women or for men with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ibrance plus letrozole significantly delayed disease progression versus letrozole. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor if you have new or worsening chest pain, cough, or trouble breathing. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. For more information about side effects, talk to your doctor. Be in your moment. Ask your doctor about Ibrance.
Welcome back. It is 5:17. Facebook, Google, TikTok, and Twitter have made a pledge to tackle online abuse and improve women's safety online. ABC's Andrea Fujii has the details in today's Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, social media's commitment to women. Facebook, Google, TikTok, and Twitter are promising to tackle abuse and bullying of women online. They say their pledge comes in response to women calling for more control over replies and comments on their social media posts. Twitter is considering a feature that would allow you to tweet to certain friends only. A user would designate a group of trusted friends and target tweets to them without having to switch accounts. Another feature would let you to take on different personas and make any of them private or public. Finally, Amazon Prime is giving away 3 classic LucasArts video games this summer. The first, The Secret of Monkey Island Special Edition, is available now. The other 2 adventure freebies are out August 1st and September 1st. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day, everyone, and happy 4th of July.
Speaking of the 4th of July is almost here, just a couple of days away, and there are some closures we want to remind you about.
City Hall and most municipal offices will be closed on Monday. Public safety and emergency services will remain open, and garbage and recycling will be picked up as normal. Right now on KSAT.com, we have a list of all the fireworks displays happening around San Antonio and the Hill Country. Just look for the story on the homepage.
Yeah, I think a lot of people forget because the holiday is on Sunday. The actual national holiday that they, throw out there is on Monday.
Yeah.
There you go. So, which means the traffic is going to be bad Monday.
Yeah, and we've been talking to a lot of local leaders from Port Aransas to New Braunfels, and what they're all encouraging is if you're going to be traveling to any of these locations, it's best to just leave early and avoid those headaches out on the roadways. But right now, things are looking pretty good so far. I-10 East at Loop 1604. Let's go ahead and walk over and show you how things are looking right now. Pretty smooth. There was some construction again going on out there, but that has since wrapped. Looks like it is picking up a little bit, though, so make sure you have those lights on and pack your patience with your cup of coffee. Always a good idea. So we do have some closures that are going to be happening. This is on TxDOT's website, Loop 1604 over in the northwest part of the county. Now, what's going on there is a barrier setting, and it's going to be alternating the westbound main lanes, and that's going to be some closures there, guys, from West Houseman to State Highway 16, otherwise known as Bandera. And it's going to be going on from 9 in the evening to 5 in the morning from July 5th through July 16th. So that'll be there for about a week or two. So jumping on over to our gas prices, though, if you are going to be traveling and you need to stop at the gas station, let's take a look at these gas prices. According to AAA's website, Bexar County right now has an average of $2.75. Around the state, we're looking at $2.80, and around the country, $3.12. So again, if you're going to be heading out on the roads and the gas station is your next stop, good to know this information before heading out there. Bringing it back here to the TransGuide shot at I-10 at Loop 1604, definitely getting a little busier, and hopefully people are using their blinkers. Blinkers and not using their horns.
Oh man, we're
back.
See
people
back
honking
to
their horns.
The blinkers.
I can't get off of that.
We had to bring it back.
David and you now.
He got me on it.
Hey, the more that we talk about it, the more people will actually respond and start using their blinkers.
Let's start that change.
They'll
but
get on the road.
Justin, today is supposed to be the busiest day out of this whole weekend. What should people expect if they're traveling today?
Well, the weather's going to be okay today across most of the state, minus North Texas. That's where you'll run into some rain, some showers and storms. And if you're traveling over the weekend, you're going to have to contend with some downpours here or there. Here's the good news. We're not looking for severe weather. It's not going to be widespread flooding, rainfall. It'll be hit or miss downpours, welcome rain. Hopefully it works well with all the events we have going on. It'll be able to fit stuff in. Right now, just a few clouds out there. 77 degrees southwesterly winds at about 7 miles per hour. We're in the mid-70s here in San Antonio. Low 70s as you get into the Hill Country, and still holding on to 81. It's going to be the hot spot this morning out in Del Rio. Forecast heat index today out in Del Rio is going to be near 104. There's still a lot of humidity. Temperatures are going to be probably some of the hottest numbers we see throughout the 7-day forecast. So today's going to be a hot one, and that heat index is no joke this afternoon, close to 100 here in San Antonio. and likely a little bit warmer as you go east. Here's the current setup. We got a front across North Texas that's helping to create some showers and storms. And that's where most of this activity will stay today, along this front. The front's not going to move through San Antonio, but it will move a little farther south tomorrow. And that'll bring some of that rain a little farther south, and some of that activity may eventually push down into San Antonio by tomorrow evening. Here's a look at the setup as it stands right now. Still some good rain, some flooding rains up across parts of North Texas. For us, there is very little going on, and we don't expect much today. Forecast does call for a stray storm or two, just like yesterday, but anything we see is not going to last long at all. This is around 5 o'clock, and really just not showing much at all. Tonight, most everything dies down, and then tomorrow, you'll notice by 5 o'clock, we're starting to see showers and storms across the hill country. These push south into the area by tomorrow evening. Scattered showers and storms. There certainly could be some rumbles of thunder, and this will continue to work south into tomorrow night. If you're heading out to the Armed Forces River Parade tomorrow, looks pretty good actually. It goes on from 11 to 12. We'll see mostly cloudy skies, temperatures in the 80s. Just a 20% chance of rain around noon and 1 o'clock. So you may take your umbrella just in case. And for the 4th of July, as we look at Sunday, temperatures will be around 89, 5 o'clock, 40% chance of rain. And then by the time fireworks are going off, we're looking at mid-80s, still a 40% chance of rain. It'll be hit or miss stuff. So have the radar, as I said earlier, have the radar with you, be checking it, and we'll send you updates if necessary. Reason things are quiet today, high pressure's over top of us, but it moves out of the way. And we mentioned Sunday, there is that chance for rain. We're going to fast forward now into Monday. We get a little area of low pressure that moves in. This is going to enhance rain chances next week. I think Tuesday and Wednesday, we could see quite a bit of rain around the area. So the active pattern continues. Rain chances actually kick up by Monday and Tuesday. We bump it up to 60% now. So next week looks active as well. In the tropics, we're still watching Tropical Storm Elsa. This is a pretty good looking tropical storm at this point. Winds are at 60 miles per hour. That's a new update there. Gusts to 70 west-northwesterly at 28 miles per hour. So it has weakened a little bit as it's headed towards Barbados right there. And then it works its way towards Cuba, eventually up towards Florida, we think. Anywhere in this zone, could see impacts from this. So it's still a little early to say exactly where we're talking landfall here, but folks in Florida are going to want to watch that very closely. We likely will not get anything from that. 40% chance of rain tomorrow and Sunday. And then next week we mentioned those higher rain chances, lower temperatures too. Highs in the upper 80s. I've had to check my calendar a couple times. Is this July? This is not typical, but we'll take it.
It's nice is what it is.
It really is.
And if we watch the weather forecast, we get a free little fireworks show in there. I noticed that's pretty good. I like that.
It's nice, right?
Will Sarah and Katie do that this weekend?
I'm sure they will.
We can turn it.
Yeah, they're a whiz with the graphics. There's no doubt about it.
I like those free fireworks shows.
Thanks, Justin. Time now, 5:24, 76 degrees outside.
Just in time for the 4th of July, Ray Charles releasing a new lyric video. That story and more in the spotlight coming up. Welcome back. It is 5:27. Movies, music, and comedy news now. Chris Pratt adding a new role to his career as an executive producer.
And comedian Tig Notaro gets animated in her new stand-up special. Here's CNN's David Daniel with today's Hollywood Minute.
Do you want to see something really dangerous?
I feel like literally that's all I've been doing since I got here, but okay.
Chris Pratt not only stars in The Tomorrow War, debuting this weekend, he's also an executive producer. The first time he's produced a feature film.
I really didn't know how much more work it was to be a producer on a film versus an actor on a film. I spent 20 years acting in movies, and usually I just show up and I'm like, okay, we can start working now, you know? And I forget that it's like a year and a half worth of work to get to that point.
It sounded like somebody trying out a new laugh tonight. Just like, I think I'm going to do it now.
Comedian Tig Notaro gets animated, literally, in her new stand-up special, Drawn. Notaro teamed with animation studio 6 Point Harness for the special, which debuts July 24th on HBO and HBO Max. Just in time for the 4th of July, here's a new lyric video for Ray Charles' There'll Be No Peace on Earth Without All Men As One. It's the latest release from True Genius, a limited edition set featuring 90 of the music legend's greatest songs. The set is due out on disc and on streaming platforms on September 10th. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Good music there. Did you see the Kool-Aid picture in that?
Yeah.
Is that thing still around, or she just put it in that animation?
I love it.
Have you seen it lately? No. Justin, have you seen a Kool-Aid picture lately?
No.
That's good to see. Bring back memories. 529-76. It's the little things.
The little things. Crews are expected to work on cleaning up an encampment today. The details in our next half hour.
Via adjusting its schedule on Monday due to the holiday weekend. We're going to tell you what the updated schedule looks like. Still ahead.
And ahead on GMSA at 6, a South Texas crime story. We're talking about the story of Joseph D. Ball, known as the Butcher of Elmendorf. We have the chilling details.
Former President Donald Trump's company and its longtime finance chief were charged in what a prosecutor called sweeping and audacious tax fraud scheme. We've got the details.
And taking a live look outside with live cams, 76 degrees outside. It's nice, no showers just yet, but that will be changing.
And good morning. If your alarm's going off, it's time to get up. Go ahead and get excited about this Friday because you're headed right into a 3-day weekend.
Happy Friday, and thanks for joining us today.
At least most of us are headed. Well, some people may not get a 3-day weekend, but most of us do.
But a lot of celebrations. Fiesta's over, but a lot of people are still going to be celebrating, doing barbecues this weekend, Justin. How's the weather?
It will be busy. Everyone's saying, is it 5 o'clock yet? 5 p.m.
5:30.
You
mean 5 o'clock this afternoon?
5 p.m. now. It'll go by quick, I promise. Then we'll be heading into the weekend. And you look at the radar, we've got some showers up there across North Texas. There is a frontal boundary up there. I would love to tell you that front's going to make it down to San Antonio. It will not, but it gets close enough tomorrow to start to enhance our rain chances a little bit. And boy, the 7-day forecast, it's a busy one. There's actually quite a bit of rain in the forecast. Not today, though. Here's what to expect. We're going to see the heat index near 100 this afternoon. So really the big story today is going to be the heat and humidity. And then tomorrow we start to see those rain chances kicking in. Scattered afternoon downpours on your Saturday. Same goes for Sunday. And then as we get into next week, higher rain chances. Pollen count yesterday, mold was still high, 7,620, but it was down from where it was the previous day. In the forecast, again, fairly dry. There is a 10% chance of rain across the board, I think, today. 91 degrees, 95 by 5 o'clock, and that heat index, as I mentioned, up near 100. We talked about those rain chances this weekend. Of course, the big question is, how does that affect our fireworks? How does that affect our outdoor plans? We'll take a closer look at that and those rain chances next week here in just a few minutes. But, Stephen, it seems like it's pretty quiet out there. Is that still the case right now?
Let's keep our fingers crossed, especially as we know more people are going to be getting out on the roads in the coming minutes, maybe traveling for their upcoming holiday weekend. But right now, things are pretty smooth from the view at TransSky. Let's go ahead and take a look and see how things are shaping up this morning. Now, US 90 at 410, people getting move-in for this morning, I-10 at East Loop 1604, but nothing really too major to report right now, which is a really good sign if you're an early traveler and like to get out a little bit earlier on the roadways and get to where you need to be. So things, again, looking pretty smooth here off US 90. Now, what we want to go ahead and do is bring it to the map and show you how smooth things are looking right now. Pretty green around the Alamo City and those outlying areas. We are seeing a little bit of construction that has since wrapped here on I-10, even up on 35 going out to New Braunfels. But that's a really good sign if, you plan on traveling for the upcoming holiday. Now, taking a look at our inbound times, again, green is the color of the day. I wish I could wear it. Now, we have I-10 coming in from Seguin, 29 minutes to the downtown San Antonio area, 23 minutes coming in from 87 on Lavernia. And if you are coming in from Floresville, we do have 28 minutes right now. So, again, pretty good signs right now if you plan on heading out the door. And coming up later on GMSA, I'll have some travel tips for you if you plan on leaving the Alamo City to head to anywhere like Port Aransas or New Braunfels. We'll have that coming up. David, Tiffany.
Thank you, Stephen. Right now, we want to get you to some late-breaking news. Police are on the scene of a shooting happening in the 900 block of Frio City Road.
Katrina Weber just arrived to the scene moments ago. Katrina, what can you tell us about the situation out there?
The police tell us that it's a man who was shot, a man in his 30s, shot in the arm and chest. They found him right here outside Morales Ice House about 45 minutes ago. They had gotten a call about a fight here, an anonymous call, someone telling them that someone was fighting here and that person hung up, didn't want to get involved. But police got here, did find a man on the ground there right outside the Ice House. Again, he was shot at least twice and rushed to the hospital in critical condition. Police say that man was not conscious, not able to give them any information about what happened to him. So they are starting at square one as far as the investigation goes, trying to figure out who shot him and why. But again, they made this discovery after getting an anonymous call about a fight happening here in the 900 block of Frio City Road. Reporting live on the west side, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Katrina. An Amber Alert has been issued for a missing infant boy. The Ennis Police Department is looking for 7-month-old David Lee Ramirez. He has light brown hair and blue eyes. He weighs about 25 pounds and was last seen wearing a white Mickey Mouse diaper. Police also looking for 20-year-old Faith Reed. She is believed to be in connection with the child's abduction. She was last seen driving a white Ford with an extended cab. If you have any information about this abduction, call the Ennis Police Department at the number on your screen at 972-875-4462.
If you are planning to use public transportation next Monday, there are some schedule changes you need to be aware of. All regular bus routes will be following the Sunday schedule. The GO line customer information line will be operating from 8 until 5, and all information centers will be closed, as well as ticket windows. If you need to buy tickets, you can do so on viainfo.net.
Happening today, city crews will be cleaning up an encampment along Sir Winston and Blanco Road this morning. The plan is to link people without a home to helpful resources while cleaning it up. District 9 Councilman John Courage says they have dedicated a liaison to connect with people who are living on the streets within the district. About 50 people with SAPD Parks, Solid Waste, and the Department of Human Services, as well as volunteers, will be showing up to clean that area. It will be happening from 7 a.m. to noon.
Not a legal problems for former President Trump's company and his top financial advisor. Prosecutors have outlined charges in connection with a 15-year tax scheme.
This morning, we're hearing from Trump's former attorney, who says this may be just the tip of the iceberg. Others claim it's all politics. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has the details.
This morning, the man once called a fixer for former President Trump is now predicting more charges are coming after the indictment of the Trump Organization and the company's most senior executive, not named Trump.
I do ultimately believe that the Trump family and Donald himself will be held accountable.
On Thursday, prosecutors in New York revealed the allegations against the Trump Organization and CFO Alan Weisselberg, accusing the company of avoiding taxes by paying executives off the books during a 15-year-long scheme. Congressional testimony from Michael Cohen, Trump's former attorney, was the initial basis for the investigation.
There are more than a dozen different areas that are being investigated at the present moment by both the district attorney as well as the attorney general's office.
Prosecutors say Weisselberg collected more than $1.7 million from the company under the table and evaded more than $900,000 in personal taxes by receiving part of his compensation in perks, including a rent-free apartment, 2 Mercedes, and private school tuition for his kids. According to the indictment, the tuition was paid by personal checks signed by Donald Trump. Weisselberg's former daughter-in-law says she gave documents to prosecutors after she says her family lived rent-free in a New York apartment for years. She believes Weisselberg will cooperate with investigators to save his family.
Seeing him walk in handcuffs, I don't think he can watch his kids do that. I just don't think he can. That was painful.
Trump calls the charges a disgrace, insisting the investigation is politically motivated. And a lawyer for Trump says after years of investigation and the collection of millions of documents and devoting the resources of dozens of prosecutors and outside consultants, this is all they have? Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
It's 5:40 and 76 degrees.
If you are looking for that perfect companion, we've got you covered. Still ahead, we tell you about some holiday pet adoption specials going on this weekend.
And travel is back with a bang. More on how a number of airports are gearing up for the pre-pandemic level travel. Coming up next.
And a look outside with live cam. If you're just leaving your house, it's nice traffic, good weather, but things could be changing. Justin and Stephen have more details next.
What a difference a year makes.
This 4th of July, travel is back with a bang.
You don't really appreciate how much you missed it until you get back to doing it again.
Flying. The TSA says more than 2 million people went through airport security checkpoints this past Sunday, and it expects to see even more travelers this holiday weekend.
Leisure demand is more than 100% recovered.
On the roads, AAA expects more than 43 million people to travel by car, more than even before the pandemic. But you'll pay up at the pump. Gas prices are forecast to stay above a $3 average through the summer.
People may generally feel a little more comfortable traveling by car. It gives you a little more control over protecting everybody in the family.
Because let's not forget, the pandemic isn't over, and the highly contagious Delta variant has spread to all 50 states and D.C.
You can still celebrate. If you are vaccinated, you have a high degree of protection. If you are not, you should wear a mask, and you should think very seriously about getting vaccinated.
Mother Nature will challenge some celebrations too. It's expected to be dry and hot in the west, rainy and muggy in the south and along the east coast. Not that it's expected to slow down travel much.
You're going to have a lot of company on the road and in the skies and around you at all times. Remember, be patient.
I'm Britt Conway reporting.
Have you seen the fireworks at Woodlawn Lake?
Yes.
They're amazing.
Pretty good.
That's something to look forward to.
They should be fun. There'll be some in Leon Valley.
Yeah. In the Hill Country?
There's there's always fun in Hill Country. Parade going on tomorrow, 11 o'clock, honoring our military. Big 4th of July weekend.
A lot of things to do. Now, This weekend is also a perfect time for you to help a furry friend find its forever home. Next, we tell you how you can help out.
And welcome back. It is 5:48. The San Antonio Humane Society having a 4th of July adoption special.
So if you're looking for that perfect friend, this weekend is the right time to adopt. All cat and kitten adoption fees are being waived. The adoption special, Sosie Star Spangled Spectacular, is thanks to Sosie the cat.
She found her forever home and wants all pets to find theirs as well. The special is happening today and tomorrow. And the Animals Defense League also has some special adoptions. The special is called Pick Your Own Adoption Fee.
The idea is that any pet 6 months or over will not have a set fee, and you can choose the amount. The special runs today and tomorrow.
All right, let's check in with that traffic. Not too bad as of yet, but you know it's going to be picking up later on this afternoon.
Sure will. That's what a lot of folks are expecting, David and Tiffany. Right now, things aren't too bad, as we can see on TransGuide. It's getting moving here on the roads, but we can expect to see a lot more people heading out the door in the coming hours. Now, let's go ahead and take a look, see how things are shaping up so far of I-10 East at Loop 1604. Some construction out there since has wrapped, although things are moving. There is a stall that's actually was just reported on TxDOT's website here off I-35 northbound at Nogalitos Street. You can see not causing any issues, no delays right now. Hopefully that resolves itself soon, but just be cautious if you're going to be heading out the door in the next few moments, and be sure to check your vehicles for any planned road trips. Now, speaking of those tips that we talked about earlier, 4th of July travel tips, and just some few guidances here to follow the rules of the road. First off, just pay attention. Make sure you avoid any distractions in the car, especially if you are driving. Buckle up, guys, and make sure that everyone in your vehicle is also doing the same, because you could face some hefty fines if you're not doing so. And drive to those conditions. We've been talking a lot about the weather being a factor, what that's going to look like over the coming days. Be sure to drive based on that weather. Take it slow on the roads if there is some slick roads out there, and never drink and drive. And of course, make sure you follow all those rules. And as we like to point out, use that blinker as well. But bringing it back here to 281 and 35 at Schertz Parkway. Yes, things are moving, but we will be watching it closely.
Thanks, Stephen.
Got a convert.
What?
Got a convert. Got a blinker convert.
Yeah, I was like,
I love that. So, and you did mention, and people need to remember that you want to check those fluids. I know your little animation there shows like that little car has like a problem with its radiator. Yeah. But you want to check your fluids, and you want to check your tires and make sure everything's good before you hit the road, because you don't want to end up being stalled on the side of the road and all that traffic. So,
thanks, Dad.
No problem. That's what I'm here for. And use your blinker.
Oh man. How many times? We've got that in several times this week.
Thank you.
Hammer it home.
Got to throw in the plug. Plug it in.
Outside right now, we've got partly cloudy skies. 77 at the airport, 77 Stinson, 76 Kelly, 76 Randolph. Light winds across the board, and 70s for most of us this morning. It's a warm, muggy start. It's going to be a hot, muggy afternoon. Dew points will stay relatively high, so that means heat index values will be up near 100 this afternoon. Probably our hottest day in our 7-day forecast. Heat indices could go as high as 102 down there in Eagle Pass, Cotulla, certainly over 100. And I think that'll be the case too. Gonzales, Bevo, over to Victoria, San Antonio will get awful close. Frontal boundary across North Texas. That's bringing quite a bit of rain. In fact, some flooding rains up around Amarillo. Flash flood watches and warnings up there. So if you have plans to travel north, no, North Texas is dealing with some fairly nasty weather. No severe weather, just the flooding threat as these storms are kind of training over the same places. This front will try to progress a little bit further south. It will not make it here, but we do think that it'll get close enough tomorrow to send some showers and storms in our direction. Well, let's take a look at the forecast here. This is 5 o'clock today. Does show 1 or 2 stray showers, just like yesterday. Most of us stay dry today. And then as we get into tomorrow, pretty quiet through most of the day until we get into the afternoon. Then we start to see more showers and storms developing. This is around 5 o'clock. These will drop south. Chances for storms tomorrow afternoon around 40%. Some passing downpours. We do not anticipate severe weather at this point. 4th of July weekend, 40% chance tomorrow, 40% chance on Sunday. It'll be hit or miss type stuff. So if you're heading out to the fireworks festivities, check the radar. We've been saying that all morning. Don't cancel your plans. Just be aware of what's going on weather-wise, and we'll certainly keep you updated through social media and through the KSAT weather app. As we go forward in time, high pressure moves out of the way. We get some deeper moisture. This map shows where the deeper moisture is located, and by Monday to Tuesday, this is really good moisture that's going to be sitting over top of us. We typically don't see this in July, and I think that's going to translate into some pretty decent chances for rain. We'll get there. This graphic's going to work maybe at some point. There it is. Everything's a little slow this morning. 60% chance of rain Tuesday, Wednesday. So those are your higher rain chances that I mentioned. Temperature-wise, temperatures come down into the 80s next week too, thanks to the cloud cover and rainfall. So across the board there, almost the entire 7-day forecast, we've got rain chances, and it's early July. That's good to see.
So you should check your windshield wipers as well.
Yes.
Make sure
yes, that is good advice, David. Yeah.
And the best way to stay up to date is the KSAT weather app, too.
It's a great tool. We send out updates regularly, and we'll do that over the weekend.
All right. Thanks, Justin.
Yep. It's 5:54 and 76 degrees.
A historic letter from Abraham Lincoln is now on display. We tell you what the letter says and how it was found next.
Welcome back, 5:56. An historic letter from Abraham Lincoln now on display at the Abraham Lincoln Presidential Library and Museum in Illinois. An attorney and collector donated a letter to the museum. Lincoln wrote it back in 1854 to an associate. In it, Lincoln talked about his political aspirations and his commitment to public service. Museum officials say it shows a relatable side of our nation's 16th president. And still ahead on our next hour of GMSA, the details surrounding a stabbing incident overnight after a man's ex-girlfriend attacked his current girlfriend. Plus, Spurs forward Keldon Johnson is set to help out Team USA try to get them ready for the summer games. We'll hear what he has to say about that. And we are staying on top of late breaking news this morning. Katrina Weber is live at a scene of a shooting. She'll join us with details on that shooting. And
the search and rescue effort in Surfside, Florida resumes after a 15-hour pause over safety concerns. I'm ABC's Faith Abube in Florida. Details coming up.
A fight overnight between a man's girlfriend and his ex-girlfriend sends one of them to the hospital. We've got the details.
And a look outside with live cam. 76 degrees outside. No showers. Traffic looks good. Good time to travel. Stephen and Justin have all those details if you're planning to travel this weekend.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
And good morning. It is Friday, July 2nd.
Thanks for starting your morning with us. It's going to be a busy weekend.
Very busy with a lot of things going on this weekend. So let's get right to Justin Horn and find out if we have to worry about weather participating in this weekend.
It's going to play a role. I don't think that it's going to be rainy all weekend or anything like that. We will have to watch out for a few downpours, though. And, you know, last July 4th, we didn't have to worry about anything because nothing was happening. It changes this go around. And so we're going to be watching the radar closely both Saturday and Sunday. Right now, the radar is quiet. We don't have anything to look at And we don't expect much today. Yesterday, there was just a couple of isolated showers. That'll be the case today. Rain chances below 20%. Here's what to expect. The big story today will be the heat index. It'll be up near 100. It'll be a toasty, humid day. By the weekend, scattered afternoon downpours, both Saturday and Sunday. Right now, we have rain chances at 40% both days. And I think it's mainly going to be afternoon stuff and those quick moving, passing downpours that really we've seen over the last week or so. Next week, rain chances do kick up a little bit more. We have a disturbance moving in, and it's looking like we could get some decent rain around the area, so the pattern stays fairly active. Temperature-wise, this morning we're in the 70s. We're off to another muggy, warm start. And the forecast today takes us up to about 95. I'll add in a 10% chance of rain there during the afternoon. And again, the heat index is going to be close to 100. Traffic-wise this morning, seems like it's been fairly quiet. Maybe people are taking a 4-day weekend. I don't know, Stephen.
Oh, lucky them, right?
Yeah.
But you know what? Yes, things have been relatively quiet. We haven't spotted real big issues right now. As we know, many people are heading out on the roadways to celebrate or get on the road to maybe go and, celebrate the upcoming holiday, that is. But take a look right here. Things are pretty smooth so far for this Friday morning, although we have spotted a few stalls. So take a look. This one we told you a little bit earlier about off I-35 northbound in Nogalitos. That is still there, but we are starting to see more of those pop up around the area. This one over here off Loop 1604 eastbound right at Kyle Seal Parkway. Again, this seems to be the theme of the morning so far. And, you know, we want people to make sure they're checking their vehicles because we have another one out over here at State Highway 151 westbound at West Overhills. And yes, we talked about it a little bit earlier, saying it is good to check your oil, your tires, especially if you're going to be traveling through the holiday weekend. It's a wise decision to do that. Let's go ahead and jump to our inbound times if you are coming into the downtown San Antonio area, perhaps. Coming in from Lytle on 35, we have 17 minutes right now. And coming in from 90 from Castroville, 19 minutes. And from Bernie on I-10, we got 24 minutes for you. But overall, pretty good morning so far. Other than these stalls, we're seeing things shape up quite nicely as we head into this holiday weekend. David, Tiffany?
Thank you, Stephen. Right now, we're staying on top of some late-breaking news. An anonymous call has led San Antonio police to opening up a shooting investigation.
They were following that tip when they found a man with gunshot wounds in the 900 block of Friel City Road.
Our Katrina Weber has been on the scene this morning covering this story. So, Katrina, do police have any suspects in mind yet?
No, they tell us they don't. They don't have very much to go on except for that anonymous call, which led them here. Now, they've been going through this area looking for clues. In fact, we have CSI investigators who are looking at, it looks like they're taking prints from some beer bottles out here. This is outside Morales Ice House, and it was right before 5 o'clock this morning when police got the call telling them that there was a fight going on. When they showed up, they did find a man down on the ground. They say he had been shot in his arm and chest. He was rushed to a hospital in critical condition. Police tell us he did have life-threatening wounds, and he was unconscious, not able to tell them anything. So they have not been able to get any information from that victim, nor from the person who called this in. The person just told them about the fight and then hung up. So they are really at the very beginning of their investigation as far as the shooting goes. And again, a man suffering from life-threatening wounds as a result of whatever happened here. Reporting live on the west side, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Katrina. Also new this morning, a woman is in the hospital after she attacked her ex-boyfriend's new girlfriend. It happened last night at an apartment complex in the 6500 block of Lavender Lane. That's on the city's far east side, just inside of Loop 410. Police said the 27-year-old female went into the apartment and kicked the 47-year-old new girlfriend in the back. And that's when the current girlfriend stabbed the ex-girlfriend out of defense. Stabbed her in the chest and the back. She was taken to the hospital. Her condition not known at this time.
Happening today, one area of town will be the focus for city crews. The plan is to link people without a home to helpful resources while cleaning an encampment. The area sits next to a drainage canal along Sir Winston and Blanco Road. District 9 Councilman John Courage says they have a dedicated liaison to connect people who are living on the streets within the district. That liaison has already been making regular visits to tell them about today's cleanup and to offer services. It's happening today from 7 a.m. to noon. If you have any concerns about encampments in your neighborhood, call your city representative.
A San Antonio man is dead after he reportedly drowned at a Port Aransas beach. It happened Wednesday morning near Marker 10. According to the Port Aransas police chief, 47-year-old Richard Allen Morales Jr. was with his son and other family members when he says his son was swimming and started to drown. Morales Jr. then tried to help him. Police say Morales Jr. was unresponsive when the first responders were able to pull him to shore. The search for his son continues. We will bring you the latest updates both on air and online on KSAT.com.
A San Antonio mother is fuming over the alleged assault of her teenage son playing a summer basketball league. Take a look at the incident. It happened Wednesday night at Edison High School. This witness started recording a few seconds after the teen was attacked, but says the brawl continued with the teen's coach being attacked next. The San Antonio ISD police report says the suspect, 47-year-old Pedro Garcia, was arrested for assault on a minor and coach. The police report says the juvenile and Hernandez were getting riled up about the game, but it was Garcia who instigated the assault. The mother of the teen says it's unacceptable that a grown man would behave this way in a youth basketball game.
This is my baby, and he has a child playing basketball too, so he should know how a big baby looks.
The game involved players from Madison High School and Stevens High School playing in a San Antonio basketball league at Edison High School. The game was not sanctioned by the districts. The teen suffered a concussion. His coach also says he has a black eye.
This morning, search and rescue workers are back on the job after a nearly 15-hour pause over safety concerns at the site of that collapsed Florida condo building.
President Joe Biden and the First Lady visiting the scene in Surfside Thursday, thanking first responders and meeting with grieving families.
The death toll this morning still remains at 18, 145 people still unaccounted for. ABC's Faith Abube is near the scene with the latest for us as the search for victims continues.
This morning, Florida officials making plans to likely level the rest of the partially collapsed Champlain Tower south. Large columns of the remaining structure shifting 6 to 12 inches overnight Thursday, causing a safety scare for rescue workers.
Given our ongoing safety concerns about the integrity of the building, we're continuing to restrict access to the collapse zone.
The job has been physically grueling and mentally daunting, but workers pressing on. Some rescue workers also coming down with COVID-19. President Biden thanking the crews for their sacrifice.
These folks are always showing up, no matter what. They're risking their lives.
The president and first lady also spending 3 hours behind closed doors with grieving families and survivors of the collapse before making their way to a makeshift memorial honoring the victims.
The whole nation is mourning with these families. They're going through hell.
David Velasquez still holding out hope that rescue workers will find his mother, father, and sister buried in the debris.
I'm not ready to eulogize my family yet. There's still hope. There's still hope for a lot of people.
This morning, questions still lingering about what caused the collapse and why major structural issues with the condo were not addressed earlier. The Washington Post reporting 5 of the 7 condo board members resigned in 2019, partly in frustration. Among them, the board president, who told the Post there were contentious debates with residents about forking up money for the $15 million in repairs. ABC News learning individual condo owners were on the hook for anywhere between $80,000 to $336,000 each. In the meantime, as we head into the holiday weekend, the neighboring city, Miami Beach, has canceled its July 4th celebration out of respect, instead asking people to come outside holding candlelight, their phones, flashlights, to shine a light for the victims. In Miami Beach, Florida, Faith Abube, ABC News.
Some of the last U.S. troops fighting in America's longest war are coming home. The troops are expected to leave Bagram Air Base in Afghanistan today. The departure marks the end of the American presence in that area. U.S. soldiers have been in the country for almost 2 decades. Critics say the withdrawal is handing a victory to the Taliban. They have been waging a relentless cross-country battle against the Afghan military. The full withdrawal of U.S. troops from Afghanistan is not finished, but expected very soon.
6:10, 76 degrees outside.
Still ahead on GMSA, the NFL comes down hard on the Cowboys with fines for both the team and the coach. Mike McCarthy will tell you why after the break.
And a look outside with live cam. 76 degrees outside. Looks great so far. A look at your July 4th weekend forecast next.
Pro football coverage powered by Davis Law Firm.
The Cowboys organization and their head coach digging deep into their pockets today to pay for some fines. for getting a little too physical at practice. The team was fined $100,000, and head coach Mike McCarthy was fined $50,000 for live contact violations during OTAs. That's according to the Star-Telegram. Now, they obtained a letter sent by the NFL to the Cowboys detailing the violations from a May 27th practice for basically getting too physical. The NFL did not like the intensity and tempo of the Cowboys' interior line play and pass coverage during 11-on-11 drills where players were clearly engaged in physical contests. The league contends that all the physical and excessive contact resulted in players being taken to the ground, per the NFL's letter. The league also reminded the Cowboys that coaches are urged to remove overly enthusiastic players from the field for individual instruction as part of OTA rules. The Cowboys will be forced to forfeit one OTA practice during the first week of those OTAs next offseason. And the NFL fined the Washington football team $10 million following the conclusion of the investigation of sexual misconduct within the organization. Team owner Dan Snyder will hand over day-to-day operations to his wife, Tanya Snyder, who was recently named co-CEO, while Dan will focus on new stadium plans and other matters per the NFL. The fine is the largest the league has ever handed down as a form of punishment to any NFL team or individual. The money will be used to support organizations committed to character education, anti-bullying, healthy relationships, and related topics, according to the league. Get ready for the Summer Games later on this month. Johnson named to the 2021 USA Men's Select Team. That'll be training the USA Basketball Men's National Team during the Las Vegas camp next week. Johnson will face some of the NBA's top talent, and he's ready to get after him.
I'll go at him. You know, I mean, I've been going at him all year. You know, this is the same thing. I'm not going to look at it as, I mean, this, I mean, it's basketball. Like, I got to go at him. That's just who I am.
Yeah, Kelton's going to be, of course, facing Greg Popovich, his current head coach. Last week, we got to talk with former Spur Antonio Daniels, and he said Pop is going to be great for Team USA, bringing home the gold.
It's a new voice, and if there's any coach that understands adjusting, you know, he has won different championships in 3 different decades with different rules and different personnel and different roster construction. So he understands how to take the pieces of the puzzle and put those pieces together for a successful product.
Team USA will be training July 6th through the 9th in Las Vegas. Miami Heat head coach Erik Spoelstra is going to head up the select team. And meanwhile, we're still waiting to see which team will represent the Eastern Conference in the NBA Finals. Milwaukee getting closer to that after beating Atlanta last night, 123-112. The Bucks just one win away from the finals. Winner of this series is going to face the Phoenix Suns in the NBA championship.
And a lot of traveling this weekend, and some people are just hitting the road. Stephen, how's it looking out there?
Getting a little bit busier, David and Tiffany. You know, we're taking a look at TransGuide US 90 at 410. Sun coming out, getting more cars on the road. So here's what you need to know. Well, looking pretty clear right now from this views of TransGuide, but we do have some stalls that are currently happening. This one just popped up here, Loop 410 westbound right at McCullough Avenue. Again, very early on where we are seeing people on the roadways, but no issues when it comes to causing any backups or delays right now. But be sure to move a few lanes over and give our friend there plenty of room to get out of the way. Now let's go ahead and jump over to another stall here off 281 northbound right at Josephine Street. Same situation, guys. We're not seeing a lot of these delays right now, but keep in mind it is still early enough, and we know a lot of drivers and families are going to be heading out of the town to maybe go celebrate the 4th of July holiday by getting to the beach or New Braunfels. So just take it easy out on the roads and don't rush to get there. It's good to follow those rules of the road as we showed you a little bit earlier, but take a look around the area. Pretty green right now, so good sign to maybe head out, grab that cup of coffee, and hit the roadways. But bringing it back here to TransGuide, yes, things are getting busy, but looking pretty good so far. We'll have some travel tips for you if you plan on heading out in the next few minutes.
All right, so a lot of folks are getting excited about a big weekend, some fireworks shows. We missed out on so much of this last year. Justin has a little tease for us, little thing, what we can expect this weekend.
It's been 2 years, right? Yeah. We're excited to see some fireworks.
Look at those behind you.
Here's the forecast. Ooh. Maybe.
Where is it? Where is it?
Is it not going to work?
Oh, come on.
Standing in anticipation over here.
Of course it won't work. We have fireworks there behind me, but we do have a forecast.
There we go. We'll take those.
Just look at the forecast. Let's go with that. Here's the fireworks, I should say. The forecast for those fireworks, and that was what's supposed to happen. We're expecting about a 30% to 40% chance of rain, temperatures in the 80s. I think that we'll get most of our celebrations off without a hitch, but we will have to watch the radar closely. We'll keep you updated this weekend should anything pop up and head your way. This morning, we have some showers and storms along a frontal boundary that is trying to shift south, but it's bringing some heavy rain to parts of North Texas, places like Amarillo, seeing some flood advisories, flood warnings, and we're seeing that across extreme North Texas as well. Some of these showers and storms will work a little bit farther south today, but not into our area. We're expecting things to stay dry here in South Texas. It's not until tomorrow that we see some of that activity work south. A little closer look here, very little cloud cover and really a pretty nice morning outside right now. 76 degrees, clear skies at the airport, west-southwesterly winds at about 5 miles per hour. We're at 75 in New Braunfels, 76 Castroville, 70 Rio Medina, 71 right now in Tarpley, and still holding on to 80 in Del Rio. Maybe, just maybe, you'll drop below that 80 mark here for at least a little bit this morning. Heat index values are going to be close to 100 this afternoon. 97 here in San Antonio is what we're forecasting, but likely over 100 in places like New Braunfels and Gonzales when you factor in all of that humidity, which is still very much in place. Our forecast looks like this. By this afternoon, just an isolated shower or two, pretty similar to yesterday. We're not looking for much at all. But as we get into tomorrow, it looks like we'll start to see some showers and storms gather to our north and then push south into the area by the late afternoon and evening hours. That'll stick around into Saturday night. I think, though, by midnight, a lot of it's dying down. And then as we get into next week, rain chances actually get higher. So 40% chance Saturday and Sunday, scattered afternoon stuff, and then 50% Monday, 60% both Tuesday and Wednesday. It's looking good next week for some decent rain. Reason for that, high pressure moves out of the way, and we get a little disturbance that'll start working south. So this is Sunday, looking at some of the scattered showers and storms as we mentioned, and then this disturbance works south. And so by Monday afternoon, we're seeing a little better chance for rain, and better yet on Tuesday as some really deep moisture starts to work in, and we'll see downpours around the area. It looks like a pretty good bet. Meantime, in the tropics, we've got Tropical Storm Elsa weakening just a little bit this morning. Winds at 60 miles per hour, gusting to 70, and this is going to move towards Cuba, and then the latest track takes it towards Florida. Don't focus too much on this line, though. We still got to keep the whole cone of uncertainty in play here. Anywhere from Panama City, Florida, over to Jacksonville and even east of Florida. That's a possibility for Elsa. Of course, not a great situation. Folks from Florida don't need this right now, but it does look like it'll bring some rain there Tuesday into Wednesday. And we have Elsa off the list now. The next name to go would be Fred. We are way ahead of schedule so far for the tropical season. Thankfully, nothing else out there right now. 40% chance rain Saturday, Sunday. It'll be hit or miss stuff. Hopefully fireworks go off without a hitch, and then more scattered downpours next week, 60% Tuesday and Wednesday. Technical difficulties on a Friday.
Check the fuse on that thing, man. Maybe the fuse is not right.
Something wasn't working.
Get a new lighter.
We still got time. Maybe the next time.
All right.
Thanks, Justin.
Yep.
622, 76 degrees.
Still ahead on GMSA, what tech giants plan to do for women on their social media platforms.
Is Olay better than your clean beauty? Olay has 99% pure niacinamide. It's derm tested, and now it's cleanest formula with hydration that beats the $400 cream. Tried, tested, never bested. Shop at Olay.com.
With Voltaren Arthritis Pain Gel, my husband's got his moves back.
An alternative to pills, Voltaren is the first full prescription strength gel for powerful arthritis pain relief. Voltaren, the joy of movement.
Life doesn't stop for diabetes. Be ready for every moment with Glucerna. It's the #1 doctor-recommended brand that's scientifically designed to help manage your blood sugar. Live every moment. Glucerna.
I tried a laxative that's both gentle and fast.
Great tasting Dulcolax Soft Chews works naturally with the water in your body in as little as 30 minutes. Puts you comfortably in control. Dulcolax Soft Chews.
In today's Tech Bites, social media's commitment to women. Facebook, Google, TikTok, and Twitter are promising to tackle abuse and bullying of women online. They say their pledge comes in response to women calling for more control over replies and comments on their social media posts.
Twitter is considering a feature that would allow you to tweet to certain friends only. A user would designate a group of trusted friends and target tweets to them without having to switch accounts. Another feature would let you take on different personas and make any of them private or public.
626, 76 degrees.
We're staying on top of some late-breaking news. Katrina Weber will join us live from the scene of an overnight shooting. She'll have the latest.
San Antonio police say they are at square one when it comes to a shooting investigation here on the west side. Good morning, I'm Katrina Weber. I'll have that story.
And details in another shooting on the city's west side. San Antonio police trying to figure out who shot a young man and took off.
And outside with a live cam, sun's coming up. Looks pretty nice out there right now. Should be a good day today. We'll check in with Justin to find out what we can expect this weekend with all the activities going on for the 4th of July holiday. Good morning. It is Friday, July 2nd.
Thanks for starting your morning with us and with staying with us throughout the morning as well.
And Justin's very excited. We're all excited for him because he's got his own display of fireworks ready to blow up.
Last one was a dud. If you were watching last
I wasn't going to go there. I was just like anticipating the new arrival.
Let's get it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Here we go. 4th of July forecast. Here comes the fireworks. Where the
Watch
sound
it. Boom.
They're the sound effects.
Another one.
You, David.
Boom.
Gotta love it. Friday morning. 89 degrees on Sunday for our fireworks. 30% chance of rain. We're going to have a 40% chance during the day. Scattered downpours. Once we get those going at dusk, it does look like we'll have about a 30% chance of rain. So heads up there. As I've been saying, check the radar. Have the KSAT weather app with you. We'll keep you updated if there's rain around. Hopefully, we'll get in all the festivities, and we'll get some rain mixed in there, too. It'll all be good. Let's take a look at the radar right now. We've got some showers and storms across North Texas. Those are going to stay across North Texas today. We're not looking for much here in our neck of the woods. Just some partly cloudy skies. And as you look outside right now, it is gorgeous. Heat index today will be near 100. Over the weekend, we mentioned some of the scattered afternoon downpours. And then we'll have some pretty decent chances of rain next week. In fact, rain chances go up, especially as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday. Pollen count, mold was high yesterday, 7,620. Has been getting to a lot of people. Hopefully that number comes down a little bit more today since it has been fairly dry the last 24 hours or so. And the forecast calls for a high right around 95 degrees today. There is an outside chance of a stray shower. Can't rule that out. As I mentioned, that heat index close to 100. We're going to take another close look at that weekend forecast for you coming up here in just a few minutes. But now let's toss it over to Steven. Roads, morning traffic picking up.
Looking pretty good so far, Chris Pratt. Justin. Said he looked like Chris Pratt because he was dodging the fireworks like an action star. But you know what? Traffic is looking good right now. Things are moving pretty smoothly so far here at TransGuide. Take a look right now at the traffic that's moving here off 281 St. Mary Street. We haven't spotted any real crashes, issues right now in the area. So that's a really good sign and a good time to head out on the roadways this morning. But we do want to encourage you to check your vehicles because we are starting to see a few stalls that are popping up. Some have resolved, but we're starting to see new ones like this one here off US 90 eastbound at 36th Street that are now coming up into the system. Another one right over here off I-10 westbound at Loop 410. Again, this seems to be what we're seeing as a trend so far this morning with a lot of these stalled vehicles. So be sure to check those vehicles, especially if you're going to be heading out on the roads to travel. Now, let's go ahead and bring it to our gas prices because we know a lot of folks are going to be heading to the pump as well before they hit the roadways. Here, AAA reports around Bexar County, we're looking at $2.75 and around the state, $2.80 and around the country, $3.12. So some just information for you before you fuel up your car. Taking a look at our inbound times right now, things are looking pretty good as well. Take a look here, 281, 26 minutes coming in from Bulverde to the downtown San Antonio area. If you're coming in on I-35 South, we got 25 minutes for you right now. And coming in from Seguin, it looks green with 28 minutes. Bringing it back here to TransGuide, yes, things are picking up. Check those vehicles, guys, but we'll be watching the roads for you closely.
Thank you, Stephen. We want to go back to some late-breaking news. San Antonio police say they have no suspects, very few clues about a shooting on the city's west side this morning. They found a man with gunshot wounds after getting an anonymous call.
Katrina Weber is live where they found him in the 900 block of Frio City Road. Katrina, have police said what they were told in that call?
But from what they've told me, it was a very short call. Someone calling 911 and saying that there was a fight going on here in the 900 block of Frio City Road. When police got here, they did find a man who had been shot. Let me give you a look at the video so you can see just how many police officers showed up right before 5 o'clock this morning. That's when they got here. They say that man had been shot in his arm and chest. He was unconscious, unable to tell police anything about what happened. But in that phone call, again, they say that the person told them that there was a fight just before the shooting happened. Now, that man was rushed to a hospital in critical condition. Police have been here ever since, but it looks like they are just about to wrap things up here at the scene. We do have the fire department here now just to do a sort of a cleanup of the area because there was a lot of blood here. But again, police say that they don't have a whole lot to go on at this point. The man who was shot, they say, appears to be in his 30s, and he may be someone who is homeless because he was known to some of the officers. Reporting live on the west side, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Katrina. Also new this morning, a lot of questions following another shooting on the city's west side. It happened on the 100 block of Ricardo, not far from Old Casterville Road. That's where police say they found a 19-year-old man in the street with a gunshot wound to his leg. Police say that man was not cooperating and only told him that he knew the person who shot him. He did not give a name or description of that person. He was taken to the hospital, is expected to be okay. Police continue to investigate.
Police are also looking for the driver who hit a skateboarder and took off. It happened just before 2 this morning on the city's northwest side on Vance Jackson between Huebner and Disavala. That's where police say the man on a skateboard was hit by a black sedan. The driver then fled the scene. The man was taken to the hospital with a knee injury.
An Amber Alert has been issued for a missing infant boy this morning. The Ennis Police Department looking for 7-month-old David Lee Ramirez. He has light brown hair and blue eyes. He weighs about 25 pounds and was last seen wearing a white Mickey Mouse diaper. Police also look for 20-year-old Faith Reed. She is believed to be in connection with the child's abduction. She was last seen driving a white Ford with an extended cab. If you have any information about this abduction, you're asked to call the Ennis Police Department at the number there on your screen, 972-875-4462.
New this morning from the San Antonio Business Journal, Navistar is getting ready to start work on its second campus in town. This one will be in the South San Antonio, and it will house a new advanced technology center. The project is costing more than $10 million. It will also span more than 206,000 square feet. Navistar manufactures commercial trucks, buses, defense vehicles, and engines.
And there are a lot of options if you're looking to get out and celebrate the 4th of July this weekend.
Events will be happening here in San Antonio and the surrounding areas. This morning, we wanted to tell you about a few of them. First up, the official celebration here in San Antonio is happening at Woodlawn Lake. The free event will begin at 11 and will include food trucks, vendors, and carnival games. The fireworks will start around 9. Also here in San Antonio, you can catch the fireworks at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas, and SeaWorld.
And the surrounding areas also celebrating in big ways. Bernie, Fredericksburg, Kerrville, New Braunfels, and Schertz are just some of the areas that'll be lighting up the sky during their 4th of July festivities as well. We've got a complete list of where everything is happening on our website. Just head over to ksat.com and look for this story.
And since the 4th of July holiday will be observed on Monday, there are some closures we want to remind you about. City Hall and most municipal offices will be closed on Monday. Public safety and emergency services will remain open, and garbage and recycling will be picked up as normal.
And VIA wants you to know about some schedule changes on Monday. All regular bus routes will be following the Sunday schedule. The GO line, customer information line, will be operating from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. and all information centers will be closed, as well as ticket windows. But you can buy tickets on viainfo.net.
And lots of people are getting ready to travel as traffic on the roads and at the airports is expected to exceed pre-pandemic levels.
Now, one expert even says today could look more like the day before Thanksgiving than early July.
ABC's Andrea Fujii has the details.
This morning, millions across the country are preparing to celebrate America's independence and America's reopening. The travel rush already off to a rocky start as airlines cancel flights due to bad weather and a post-pandemic worker shortage. American Airlines canceled 13 flights in and out of Charlotte this week, reportedly because they had no crew to fly the planes, frustrating this traveler who missed her connecting flight.
I'm tired, I'm cranky, I'm hungry.
Southwest Airlines canceled or delayed thousands of flights across the country last weekend, partially blaming bad weather and also a pilot shortage. Pilots blamed the airlines for not being prepared after laying off thousands of employees during the pandemic, even while getting billions of dollars in COVID relief funds from the government.
It's 12 to 15 months once you lay a pilot off before you get the whole operation running again. A year ago, we were canceling flight because we didn't have enough passengers, and now we're canceling flights because we don't have enough pilots. How did that happen? It's unacceptable.
Most Americans are expected to travel by car this weekend, just as gas prices hit a 7-year high, now averaging $3.12 a gallon nationwide. These 4 states are seeing the steepest price increases: Utah, Indiana, Oregon, and Washington. And when it comes to traffic, AAA says drivers on Highway 17 near San Francisco can expect congestion to be 340% worse than usual. About the same on I-95 near Boston, 330% worse than usual.
People should be expecting that the empty roads of the past year are kind of over.
Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.
And right now on our website, as you get ready to celebrate this weekend, don't forget about your pets. While the return of fireworks displays may be exciting for you, it's not the same for your animals. Some of the loud bangs or activities may be life-threatening or overwhelming for dogs and cats, and that's why it's so important to plan ahead. We've got a list of tips for you, once again, on our website at ksat.com.
And check this out. People are buzzing about this picture from Lake LBJ. A homeowner in the area shared this photo on social media of a float covered in zebra mussels. It's cause for concern because the invasive zebra mussels can lead to big problems. They spread quickly and are really sharp. They can also plug up waterways and pump systems. You can read more about this story and why people are concerned on ksat.com.
Yeah, they messed up Canyon Lake a couple years ago.
Yeah,
big time.
Caused a lot
of water concerns out there. So, well, those are nasty things. 641, 76 degrees.
And still ahead on GMSA, the chilling details of behind the story of the man known as the Elmendorf Butcher. It's a gruesome story that still shocks people today. We're talking about the story of Joseph D. Ball, known as the Butcher of Elmendorf.
Long suspected of being one of the first modern serial killers, Ball is known for feeding his victims to the alligators. Word of caution, parts of this report are graphic.
Erica Hernandez has the chilling story in today's South Texas Crime Stories.
Born and raised in Elmendorf, Joseph D. Ball was known around town as a ladies' man and a gambler. In the early 1930s, after Prohibition ended, he decided to open up a tavern in the small town just southeast of San Antonio. It became the weekend party spot. Things were going well for him until his barmaid, Hazel, mysteriously disappeared. Ball's right-hand man, Clifton Wheeler, told Bexar County deputies that Ball was the jealous type. Hazel made it known she wanted to start a new life with a younger man, so Ball allegedly put a bullet in her back. Wheeler claimed he helped stuff her body parts in a barrel and burned her head along with her belongings. That barrel was hidden in plain sight, but eventually the stench led deputies straight to the tavern's owner. Facing arrest, Ball asked if he could lock up the tavern first, and with deputies watching, he pulled a gun from the cash register and shot himself in the chest. Days later, authorities discovered more bodies buried nearby. Rumors surfaced that a pool behind the tavern may have played a role in the murders. It held 5 alligators, and Clifton Wheeler claimed Ball fed some of his victims to the reptiles. No evidence was found to support the claim. Wheeler was sentenced to 2 years in jail for being an accomplice in Hazel's murder. As for the gators, they were taken to the zoo in Brackenridge Park. Today, it's still not clear how many women may have been murdered by the Butcher of Elmendorf. For more on this story and other past crime stories, just head to our website, ksat.com. Erica Hernandez, KSAT 12 News.
Traffic rolling pretty smooth right now, but you know things are going to be picking up later on this afternoon. Been warning people for like 3 days now. Right?
Yeah, you know, and it's definitely getting busy. And as we talk about, usually we start to see the roads pick up when the morning starts getting going. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now. Although the view from TransGuide shows a pretty smooth start, some construction out in some areas. We're starting to spot some crashes out here. This one off Loop 410 southbound, that is right at Zazamoto Street. You can see the traffic already building up there in those lanes. Right now, there's a few things that are popping up that we are watching closely. But right now, the main thing seems to be some stalls. This one here off I-35 northbound, right at North Weidner, you can see 17 miles per hour. So this one is causing some delays out on the roadways, but that is what we are seeing right now. And obviously new things are popping up as the morning is getting going. So we are watching things closely. Another situation happened over here off I-10 westbound off Loop 410, another stall. So check those vehicles, guys, because we know a lot of folks are going to be traveling for 4th of July. And speaking of those tips, rules of the road, pay attention, buckle up, drive to the conditions. We're going to have weather in just a moment. Never drink and drive, and of course obey all those traffic laws. So just be safe if you're going to be heading out for the 4th of July weekend. Pretty good start to the morning, but again, check those vehicles. Justin.
Thank you, sir. You saw some of the sunrise there in the distance. Beautiful start to the day. Also, beautiful shot sent into our KSAT Connect. This sent in from A. Garcia, 8209 there in Lakey. Shot of the Milky Way. He says, anyone care for a Milky Way? Now that you mention it, does sound pretty nice. But that is a beautiful, beautiful shot. We appreciate it. Clear skies out there in the hill country this morning to get that kind of view. And we're seeing mostly clear skies here in San Antonio. 76 degrees, west-southwesterly winds at around 5 miles per hour. We're in the mid-70s in most of Bexar County. We have dropped down to 70 in Rock Springs. There could be a few 60s there in the higher elevations. And then 80 right now in Del Rio. Still remains the warm spot. You're going to be up around 104 today when it comes to that feels like temperature. Thanks to all the humidity around. And with the temperatures as warm as they are, this will be the big story today is the heat and humidity. But it's just sort of a one-day thing here because by tomorrow, I think we get some slightly cooler weather thanks to the potential for some cloud cover and maybe a few passing downpours. Nothing on the radar right now. You got to go up into North Texas before you find any activity, and there are some decent showers and storms up there along with some flash flood warnings. Our forecast calls for just an isolated storm or two later today, pretty similar to yesterday. By tomorrow, though, as we get it to tomorrow morning, still just some morning clouds, no rain. By 5 o'clock, though, there are some showers and storms developing in the hill country. These are forecast to push south, and by tomorrow afternoon, late afternoon and evening hours, we are expecting to see some downpours around the area. Those will push south and dissipate Saturday night. If you're heading out to the Armed Forces River Parade tomorrow morning, starts at 11 o'clock. Looks pretty good. We are going to put some rain chances in there. I'd say 20 to 30% as we get towards the end of the parade. Some isolated showers popping up, but for the most part, looks okay. And then we mentioned the 4th of July forecast. Fireworks Sunday evening, 40% chance of rain, 89 degrees. And by dusk, when the fireworks are going off, 87, 30% chance of rain as well. So we may be dodging a few showers here and there. It's a possibility. Not a complete washout, though. And as we look farther in time into next week, we're looking at moisture in the atmosphere here, by the way. This orange and red color represents deep, good moisture coming in from the Gulf of Mexico. Notice it tries to almost sit over us here as we get into Sunday and Monday of next week. A little area of low pressure works in as well. And with this deep moisture around, and this is unusual, I might add, for early July, this keeps good rain chances in the forecast. Tuesday and Wednesday especially looks pretty good for some good soaking rains, at least in a few spots. Let's check in on Hurricane Elsa, now a hurricane. This is a new update, 75 mile per hour winds. It is right over Barbados right now, moving towards the Lesser Antilles. This is going to probably weaken back into a tropical storm, at least the Hurricane Center thinks so. Latest forecast track takes it a little bit closer to Florida, probably Tuesday into Wednesday of next week. We are not expecting to have any effects here in South Texas. There's a look at the weekend. 40% chance of afternoon downpours both days, and then some scattered downpours, and we've upped the rain chances next week to a 60% chance, especially Tuesday and Wednesday.
So got to get through this weekend and we'll be all right then.
Yeah, I mean, it's a wet pattern for us, which isn't necessarily a bad thing.
No, we like the rain, just not on the parade.
That's right.
Just leave your umbrella at home. No, psych, leave it in your car just in case, because you might encounter one of these scattered showers.
Exactly.
Thanks, Justin.
6:51, 76 degrees.
July is the month of deep discounts for many retailers. Tomorrow on GMSA, we'll take a look at the best deals.
And once you get outside with Live Cam, got the parade coming up tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. Chance for you to go down and say thank you to all the servicemen and women riding the floats on the river. Can't beat that. Military City, USA. Show them how proud you are and how thankful you are.
Good Friday morning coming up here on GMA. The holiday weekend exodus is on. Nearly 48 million Americans are expected to hit the roads and skies this weekend. And as you head to the airport, we do have some exclusive new details about what's really behind some of those flight cancellations. And then we'll tell you about the best and worst times to hit the road, which is always helpful. And you know I'm going to be here with a forecast. That and so much more coming up right here on GMA.
Hey, good morning, everyone. As we head off into the 4th of July weekend, we are keeping a very close eye on our roadways. Some stalls here at 35 at Randolph. Take a look right now. View from TransGuide shows that traffic is slowly building. That's because it looks like we do have a stalled vehicle out there. And as the morning is picking up, we're starting to see that traffic delaying here off 35 northbound right at North Weidner. You can see traffic slowing down there to 13 miles per hour. Also a crash that's popping up here right at Loop 410 westbound at Zazumoto, causing some issues there along the loop. But other than that, we are watching things closely. Justin's got your forecast.
Thanks, sir. It's been a pretty nice morning out there. We may see a little bit of cloud cover, but right now mostly clear. Temperatures up around 95 this afternoon. Just a 10% chance of rain, but rain chances will kick up as we get into tomorrow. 40% chance tomorrow afternoon, 40% chance on Sunday too. Of course, keep that KSAT weather app nearby. Should rainfall affect any of your festivities, we'll let you know.
And thanks, Justin, and thanks for joining us this morning.
We'll see you back here for GMSA at 9. If not, have a great and safe holiday weekend.